Tonight on fake news. Biden goes to Europe, Bezos goes to space, and Jeffrey Toobin goes back to terrorizing his coworkers with his penis. Plus, entertainment correspondent Pinpon gives us a summer movie preview, and Bill Nye, the science guy, explains science to us. I'm Kristen Scatton, and this is Fake News. Good evening and welcome to Fake News. Tonight, in breaking fake news, like all good TikTok influencers, fake news wants you to give us your money. We're launching a Patreon where for just a few bucks a month, you'll get access to exclusive content, behind the scenes footage, and the chance to give us the validation our parents clearly never did. Research has shown that starting a Patreon is the quickest and most efficient way to make our friends and family feel uncomfortable pressure to give us money. Not only that, but now we will also be able to receive monetary compensation for the countless hours we pour into impressing children on TikTok. We do it for the children. For just $1 a day, you can feed our starving actors' egos. Kill two birds with one stone. Defund the police and fund us. Poor word choice, but you get it. Look at it this way. Instead of spending it on a pack of cigarettes, you could spend it on us and we'll still leave a bad taste in your mouth. And if you don't know what Patreon is, it's like OnlyFans, except more desperate and sadder. Pay enough and we'll suck all your dicks. And since this is a comedy team, most of the members are men. So head on over to patreon.com/fake news and become a subscriber today. Please, Mom? Please? On to our coronavirus update. Anti-vaxxers made headlines again this week as a video surfaced of a woman claiming that the COVID vaccine made her magnetic, going as far as sticking a key to her chest. Here to talk about this wild claim is infectious disease specialist Claudine Jetson.
Hi, thank you for having me. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you, Claudine?
You know, I'm good. I'm a little frustrated to see the headlines, to say the least. You know, the key stuck to the chest. That was embarrassing for a lot of people.
Of course, yeah. I'm sure it was, and you know, it seems like these rumors just kind of keep swirling around. And why do you think that people keep insisting on spreading these claims?
Well, you know, a lot of it comes from misinformation. You know, as a scientist, we've tested the nucleus. We know how the atoms react. We understand the science behind the vaccine. And for someone to just go and stick a key to their chest like they're not going to hurt anyone's feelings, you know, that's where I think we need to draw the line and say, you know what, it's not about you not believing the science, it's about you being a little bit of a bully.
Well, sure. And especially, at this stage where we're, trying to spread more accurate information about the vaccine and make sure people know that, risks, especially ones like these that are just so sort of outlandish and wild are just really, really not true, right?
I'm sorry, what? They're not true? They're not true that this could be an ailment that someone's dealing with?
Sure. I mean, people aren't magnetic. I mean, there's nothing that you could put in your body that would make you magnetic.
Oh, okay. So what does it take to qualify to be a person these days? I'm sorry. But people can't be magnetic?
I just didn't, I wasn't aware that people could be, I mean, jokes about magnetic personalities and such. But are you, I'm sorry, I'm Dr. Jetson. Are you saying that a human being could actually have magnetic properties and have keys or other metal items stuck to them?
Well, now I guess you just want to know my whole backstory, don't you? I guess you just want to make fun of me like everybody else does. Put a key on your chest like you're on the news.
I'm not trying to make fun of anybody. I wasn't aware of any. Oh my, okay.
I'm sorry, this shirt is taking a long time to unbutton.
But, I see.
This is a real problem people deal with, Kristen. There's a real problem.
Wow. So are those forks and keys?
Forks and keys, Kristen. They've been stuck to me for 18 years, Kristen. Long before COVID was ever a thing. Long before the COVID virus.
Well, now tell me, Dr. Jetson, what causes this?
This is caused. I was dropped really hard from the top of a basketball hoop. I was hanging on, I had dunked, and when I fell, I hit the earth so hard that my body reverted its magnetic field. And now, this is my life. I deal with this on a daily basis. You know how hard my life is?
I can imagine it's not easy. I'm not sure. What is your experience of going through metal detectors at airports and things?
Have you ever rubbed your feet on the carpet and then you shock someone? It's
yes.
like that, but it goes straight into your urethra. I can't go through a metal detector anymore. I learned that last time I tried to go through LAX.
Wow, yeah, that is certainly tough. And is there a name? Is there a name for your condition?
My name is Claudine.
Of course it is. Well, Claudine, thank you for raising awareness about this issue. I still don't think. Yes, go ahead.
Well, at the end of the day, people can claim that magnets are sticking to your body, or they can claim that, I don't know, their hair turns green if they get the vaccine is safe. We know this. We know the vaccine is safe, but my feelings are in constant danger.
Well, I'm very sorry about that, Claudine, and I hope that by spreading the word here on fake news that we can help you. We can help you so you can return to your life without having forks and keys stuck to you.
It's not much of a life. Every time I go to the fridge, I'm stuck to it until my boyfriend, who doesn't even like me, pulls me off. Yeah, that's just a Tuesday.
I imagine that, the forks, when you and your boyfriend are being intimate, the forks might get in the way and make things difficult.
He has a piercing. You know where the piercing is?
I don't know if I want to know.
Not in him anymore. Not in him.
Right. Thank you so much, Claudine Jetson. Thank you. Best of luck to you. Wow. It's a hell of a way to start the show. Washington State has announced this week that it will allow cannabis retailers to provide one joint each to all adults who have received the COVID-19 vaccine, which seems like a good idea until you're too high to remember if you got the vaccine. So you get it again, and then you get another joint, and then you get another vaccine. No, honestly, I really don't see the issue with this. And now a special word from our sponsors.
Introducing now. That's what I call vaccine. 37 of today's hottest songs now, all about the COVID vaccine, sung by your favorite health professionals. Featuring songs by Dr. Fauci.
Don't wanna be an American COVIDiot, because they think we defeated it. No, everybody to the vaccination. Please ignore misinformation.
Move out of the apocalypse with Dr. A. Kessler, Chief Science Officer, the White House COVID-19 response team.
Ella le gusta la vaxolina, dame más vaxolina, como le encanta la vaxolina, dame más vaxolina.
Remember a year ago when Dr. Fauci was all like this?
Tell us what you want, what you really, really want.
I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want.
So tell us what you want, what you really, really want.
I want everybody to stay 6 feet apart.
Now they're telling America this.
I want to vaccinate you like an animal. I want to feel you from the inside. I want to vaccinate you like an animal. Doing negotiations times.
Now available on CD in the back of a CVS parking lot.
On to national news. Anam, an encrypted messaging app, turned out to be an FBI-built sting operation, collecting over 27 million messages. So ladies, next time you're messaging a guy, don't assume he's a legitimate female body inspector. When reached for comment, the criminal said, "No fair. If we wanted to use an app that spied on us, we'd use Facebook like the rest of you plebes." Come on. On a recent podcast, a Georgia representative and smooth-brained person, Marjorie Taylor Greene, stated that she does not believe in evolution, but that she does believe in God, which explains why she has the same views as a caveman. On Tuesday, Texas Representative Louis Gohmert asked the U.S. Forest Service if it was possible to alter the orbit of the moon or Earth as a way to combat climate change. And that idea is so crazy. It just might... No, it's not going to work. It's just fucking batshit crazy. Here now to speak further on this is Representative Gohmert's science advisor, Bill Nye, the science guy.
Bill Nye, the science guy.
Yes. Hello, Dr. Science Guy. So let's dive right in. Did you tell Representative Gohmert to ask that question?
Oh, I sure did. Think of it this way. Okay, let's say that this earbud is Earth, right? And this earbud is the moon. And this speaker is the sun. Right now, they orbit around each other like this. But if instead it was more like this, then maybe the Earth wouldn't be so hot.
Okay. I'm not a scientist, but I really don't think that would work. But let's hypothetically say that it's that simple. How would anyone on Earth do that?
It's not how someone would do it. It's why can't I?
I'm sorry, what are you talking about?
I will take control of the Earth's orbit, and I'm going to get Congress to pay for it. Bill.
Wait. Are you saying that you are using Representative Gohmert to get the government to fund research that you will then use to take Earth hostage?
Yes, I will do what my father never could and take over the world.
Who is your father?
Well, more like a father figure. I was raised by TV and always looked at Pinky and the Brain as my parents.
Wait, the Animaniacs from the old WB show? Wait, Bill Nye, the science guy.
Bill.
Sure. Do you have any kind of degree in science?
No, but I learned it all from my surrogate uncle, Bill Nye.
So you did watch Bill Nye on TV. Okay. So then how did you end up working for Representative Gohmert?
Oh, I was at his daughter's science fair trying to scope out new projects to try to take over the world with, and he said I looked smart. Now he trusts everything I say. You remember in 2012 when he said a new oil pipeline in Alaska would be good for caribou because it would make a good spot for them to go on dates?
No.
Well, it happened, okay? That was one of my projects. It's a real thing. He said that. I was trying to breed mutant caribou that would overrun Canada so I could start my own country there. It didn't work.
I can't imagine why.
Government red tape. But that's not the point. What about in 2015 when he said global warming would be good because it would help grow more plants?
It's frankly very hard to remember all the stupid things he said.
Not for me, because they're always my ideas. That one was when I was trying to turn my now ex-girlfriend into a real-world Poison Ivy from Batman so we could take over the world with me and plants.
I can guess why you broke up.
Because of the experiments? No, she was into that. She dumped me because I couldn't prove that Jewish space lasers exist. She's Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Dear God. All right, can we end this? Can we just...
Yeah, no, I should actually go. I have a meeting with Elon Musk about using his Tesla Cybertrucks as tanks in my own new army real soon. Bill Nye, the science guy. Bill.
He does his own theme music. Excellent. Okay. Jeff Bezos announced that he will fly into space on the first crewed flight of the rocket ship made by his space company. Here's hoping this company doesn't take after Amazon and lose its shipping contents. When asked how he prepared, Bezos said, "You just asked Amazon warehouse workers what it's like to piss in a bottle." Former New York mayoral candidate Anthony Weiner is thinking about selling his sext messages as NFTs. Wait, if you can turn sext messages into money, then why does my stepbrother keep asking me to stop sexting him? Come on, dude. A new Gallup poll found that 55% of Republicans nationwide say they support same-sex marriage, marking the first time marriage equality had majority support in the party, and the first time that the gay community rejected a poll. So, poll. Happy Pride, everyone! President Joe Biden opened his first overseas trip Wednesday in England with a declaration that the United States is back. When reached for comment, Queen Elizabeth said, "Great, another fucking declaration." Americans and their fucking declarations. President Biden is in Europe this week because of the G7 summit. Here now to comment more on this meeting of world leaders is a world leader who wasn't invited.
Hi, thank you for having me. It's nice to know that somebody wants me around, right? Alti, no shade.
Yes, of course. We're very happy to have you here, but I seem to have lost my notes. Can you just remind me of your name and the nation you lead?
Wow. Okay. Who put you up to this? Was it Boris? Macron? Was it Biden?
Put me up to what? I it's very embarrassing. I just got a little confused, but why do you think that you deserve to be invited to the G7?
My nation is up there.
Up where?
We're powerful.
What is the name of your country again?
You don't know the name of my country? Like, what kind of journalist are you?
No, listen, I don't mean to be rude, but I mean, can't you admit that if you were someone of note, wouldn't everyone just know who you are?
Wow, you're really going for the throat, aren't you? Just, I think this speaks volumes about the American education system that you don't know about me and my country, El Salvador.
Oh, I'm sorry. You cut out there a little bit. Can you repeat that, please?
No, I demand respect. You all look at the so-called leaders of the world with such respect. Oh, look, it's Angela Merkel. We stand you, Queen. What about me? I deserve to be stand.
With all due respect, Chancellor Merkel has done some great things for cleaner energy, the European Union, minimum wage. Maybe if you could share some of the great things that you've done.
I guess you never heard of the peace accordion? Accordion?
I'm sorry, did you say peace accord or peace accordion?
I won't stand for this. But I'm going to stand up for a second because I got to relieve some pain from my hemorrhoid just once.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you should really just discuss that with your doctor.
Oh, here you go with the healthcare stuff. I swear someone put you up to this. Who was it? Was it Mario?
No one put me up to anything. I'm just trying to conduct an interview, and I think that you're just being a little sensitive because you're not relevant enough to get invited.
Not relevant enough. Me. Not relevant enough. Mi no tro relevant no off. I will let you know my GDP is $200 billion.
Yeah, you really ought to get that cough checked out. You know what? Unless you can point to a map and show me where your country is, I think this interview is going to be over.
You really want to know where my country is? I'll show you where this country is. Then you shall see who's invited to whose summit, okay? We live right there.
What are you pointing to?
Right there. inside your head, your cabeza, Kristen. I'm living in your head rent free. My biggest export is that intrusive thought where you push a person down a flight of stairs for going too slow.
Well, if that's true, then the joke's on you, because there's no way you'd be invited to the G7 summit, because my GDP is like negative 30K. I am deeply in debt. So that's enough for you. The guy who wasn't invited to the G7 summit, everyone.
Come visit me in El Salvador.
Sure. Yes, we will. We definitely will. The top five richest Americans had their taxes released this week, showing how, despite being incredibly wealthy, they avoided paying any taxes. Turns out you have to make money in order to not spend money on taxes. In philosophical news, I can't help but wonder, what's the deal with moral relativism? Am I wrong? I'm going to take that one again. In philosophical news, I can't help but wonder, what's the deal with moral relativism? Am I right? Am I right? Am I right? Or am I wrong? Guess it depends on the situation. On to business news. Burger King trolled Chick-fil-A this week when they announced that they will donate 40 cents from every sale of their new chicken sandwiches to an LGBTQ plus cause during the month of June. In response, Chick-fil-A said, "That's fine. We hate gays all year." Not to be outdone, McDonald's announced that they will be donating to the LGBTQ cause across the street from the Burger King. A new report suggests potatoes for McDonald's French fries now allegedly come from Bill Gates' farm, which explains why my diarrhea has had more tracking devices in it than normal. BuzzFeed News has won its first Pulitzer Prize for exposing China's system of detaining Muslims. They will be following up this hot streak with a new article entitled "Top One Time People Cared About BuzzFeed." Legal analyst Jeffrey Toobin has returned to CNN following an 8-month leave after he exposed himself on a Zoom call with colleagues. When reached for comment, Toobin said, "Guess they just want to see my dick." When CNN was reached for comment, they said, "We needed a new dick in the office since we got rid of the last one." In world news, Earth now has a fifth ocean, according to National Geographic, which upgraded the body of water around Antarctica to an ocean this week. For those keeping track at home, we now have the Southern Ocean, Pacific Ocean, Atlantic, Arctic, and Indian, and of course, Oceans 11 through 13. In related news, George Clooney is already in talks to play the Pacific Ocean in Oceans 5. Next on the docket for National Geographic is upgrading Trash Island to a continent, and I think I have a suggestion for the name. Yo mama! You burnt. An Austrian soldier has been jailed for 19 months after getting a swastika tattooed on his testicle. But in his defense, that's just what it looks like wrinkled. If you smooth it out, you get a maze. The tattoo violates Austria's Nazi glorification laws, and I think glorification is a strong word. I, for one, think there's no better place for a swastika symbol than on some shithead's ballsack. Atrocious shoemaker Crocs has revealed their latest collaboration with Balenciaga, the Croc with a stiletto heel. Finally, something you can wear to your uncle brother's wedding. It's always so hard. In straight people news, an exploding gender reveal device in Alberta, Canada set a fire that destroyed an area the size of half a football field. For anyone wondering, the couple is having a human torch. Italian artist Salvatore Garou auctioned an invisible sculpture for $18,000. It's official. I can't even afford nothing. Also in Italy news, during Trump's final weeks in office, Mark Meadows, his chief of staff, pressured the attorney general to push the lie of electoral fraud and even asked him to investigate a conspiracy theory which claimed that Italy used military satellites to make U.S. voting machines switch votes in favor of Biden. Here to address Italygate is a consigliere to the Italian mob, Ms. Gabriella Campetti. Gabriella, welcome.
Ciao Kristen, come stai? Io sono molto felice. I am very happy to be here tonight. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, it's my pleasure. And let me just begin by saying, on behalf of America, I'm so sorry we dragged Italy into this mess.
No, Kristen, don't be silly. I am very proud of Mark Meadows. Moltissimo, bravo Mark. Bravo.
I'm sorry, you're proud? You're not upset? Why?
When Trump decided to run in 2015, he hired me to be his consigliera. And I told him, if you want to win, you have to run GOP come la Cosa Nostra. You have to become the Don. It's in your name too, you know? And all those Republicans who go now on TV like Ted Cruz and Lindsey Graham and say that you are dangerous, they have to kiss the ring.
So did you just admit that you advised Trump to run the GOP like the mafia?
Sì, ma perché, Kristen? Are you surprised?
Well, a little bit, to be honest. You said that for the last 4 years, the U.S. was governed by the rules of the Italian mob.
It is no secret, Kristen. One of the most sacred rules of La Cosa Nostra is if your wife is having a child in the hospital and La Cosa Nostra needs you, you do not run to your wife, you run to your Don.
Sure, but if your Don encourages a group of people to storm the Capitol and even hang his right-hand man, doesn't the Constitution or the country or democracy come first?
See, Kristen, that is why you will never make it to La Cosa Nostra. You are almost as bad as Liz Cheney. And let me tell you something. If she is not careful,
I'm sorry, did you just threaten Representative Liz Cheney?
No. I am only a consigliera to a golf club owner now. I do not make threats, but everybody knows. You break the omerta, you might get a broken limb or two.
That certainly sounds like a threat to me. And, Gabriella, but from everything you've been telling me, I feel the need to ask, did Italy meddle in the U.S. election to help Trump?
Officially, no. Unofficially? See. I shared with Don some advice on how to become the American Benito Mussolini. You see, in America, there is no election fraud, okay? If we could control the voting machines, the GOP would have done it, okay? So the only way to actually stay in power is for people, stop people from voting. Unfortunately, we cannot start throwing people in the river, so we have to become a little more creative.
Wow. So you are also behind the recent Republican legislative effort to restrict access to the ballot box.
Not all ideas were mine, but hey, that no water, no food to Georgian voters in line, that in La Cosa Nostra is called La Gabriella, after me. Yes, you're welcome. Oh, do you want to hear my most genius idea?
I'm not sure I do, but what the heck? Yes, let's hear it.
You know how people in America complain that election is on a Tuesday, White Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and it's like, change the date. Well, if, when the next Republican president takes office, he's going to change that date and he's going to make election in America Day forever. From now on, only November 31st.
But November only has 30 days.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm not even going to entertain this. Back to Mark Meadows. If you are working for the GOP or the Don, I guess it's the same thing. Then why are you not mad that Mark Meadows said that Italy was helping Joe Biden?
He was trying to, come si dice, kill two birds with one stone. One bird was undermine American democracy. Second bird was personal favor to me. Initially, Mark wanted to say, that Italy sent 12,000 ballots in Georgia for Joe Biden, and he was going to ask the people to count them again and look for spaghetti in the ballots. And I was like, come on, Mark, not even Fox News viewers are going to be that stupid, So I asked him to blame the Italian military satellites because they are sold by a rival mafia family, and I wanted their stock prices to plummet.
Sure, of course, it comes back to that. Well, I mean, I appreciate your honesty. Now, since I have you here, what did you think of the Pope's inadequate apology about the remains of 215 Indigenous students that were found at a church-run residential school in Canada?
Respectfully, Kristen, the Catholic Church is a different kind of mafia, okay? It has its own rules. We stay out of each other's way, so no comment.
Well, I will certainly grant you that. Thank you so much for being here, Gabriella. We appreciate it.
Thank you for inviting me. And just so you know, Kristen, I know where you live. Oh, and if you ever wanna cross over to the dark side, I will make you an offer you can't refuse. Okay, ciao. Ciao, bella ragazza. Ciao.
Ciao. Yeah, can we get can we make sure that I have a safe house to go to, because I'm terrified. I'm terrified of that woman. Okay. In Germany, a special police unit is disbanding after investigators found right-wing extremist messages shared by some of its members. Meanwhile, in the US, extremist messages are part of the police handbook. This week, 2 British women unveiled the Peekwall, a female urinal designed to make it easier for women to pee in public places. Meanwhile, in the US, Republican lawmakers are trying to pass legislation making it illegal for women to urinate standing up, because if men are no longer the sole owners of that privilege, their dicks will shrivel up and disappear in a puff of smoke. On Tuesday, a man slapped French President Emmanuel Macron in the face during a visit to a small town in France. Honestly, I think Macron is just lucky the man didn't give him a knuckle croissant sandwich. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has declared that K-pop is a vicious cancer that threatens North Korean culture. If this dude thinks K-pop is cancer, I hope nobody shows this guy wet-ass pussy or his balls will pop out his butt. Guess we know who the one guy is who hasn't tried the BTS meal at McDonald's. A teenage boy who karate-style flying kicked a 74-year-old man into a river in England has apologized for his behavior and said, "Everyone makes mistakes, like when my parents had me." Australian researchers announced that they have discovered why only 2 of an echidna's 4 penis heads become erect at one time. The researchers just weren't sexy enough. Come on, you gotta show a little skin for the echidna. In personal news...
Sorry, Kristen, sorry to interrupt, but it's pronounced echidna. I'm a science man, so I can...
Oh, thank you, Bill Lai, the science guy. The echidna. I apologize. Let me do that again so that I can say that right. Australian researchers announced that they have discovered why only 2 of an echidna's 4 penis heads become erect at one time. The researchers just weren't sexy enough. Come on, you gotta like show a little skin. I hope that was better. In personal news, I just received my 23andMe results. I've discovered that I'm 8% centaur, which explains why I have a horse cock. In entertainment news, always reliable shit show Kid Rock is in the news again after using a gay slur during a concert in Tennessee last weekend. Mr. Rock defended himself, saying, "My language is totally appropriate considering it is Pride Month. You fuckers should be glad I don't go on tour during Black History Month. With movie theaters opening back up, Hollywood is finally releasing new films again. Here to inform us on what new movies to see, please welcome our entertainment correspondent, Pinpon.
Hola chicos, soy un muñeco. Hola chicos, ¿cómo estamos?
Welcome to the show, Pinpon. So what movie should we be watching this summer? The floor is yours.
Ok. Hay muchas películas nuevas para mirar. Pero mi favorita es Wrath of Man con Jason Statham, ¿ok? En esa película, Jason Statham es como, mira, Jason Statham es como así, como, mira, Jason Statham. Jason Statham. I got one last job for you, and this time, it ain't gonna be easy. Pero hay más películas, ¿ok? No solamente estas de acción. Por ejemplo, hay la próxima película del genio serie Jackass, ¿ok? Jackass 4, ¿ok? Con Johnny Knoxville y Mama Jera. Y mi favorita de la película, Steve-O. Ok, mira, Steve-O es como, yeah, dude. Just because I'm old doesn't mean I'm not still wild. This next bit is called filling out my W-2 tax forms late. Yeah, dude. Steve-O. Era Steve-O. Pero también tenemos películas que no están en el cine. Por ejemplo, hay una película para la televisión que se llama Fordlandia. ¿Ok? Fordlandia. Es una historia famosa, pero no tan famosa del director Werner Herzog. Y Werner Herzog siempre está diciendo, Werner Herzog es como, it appears as though this boy cries, but for whom he shows despair, I do not know. Perhaps despair is all I shall ever remain in my heart. Pero no, si no habla castellano, si habla castellano o no te gusta mirar tantos gringos actuando. Tal vez podía mirar The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard, porque ese tiene el actor Antonio Banderas. Y Antonio Banderas es siempre como, Antonio Banderas. My name is Antonio Banderas. I enjoy swords, sex, shreks, and I also enjoy my fellow Latino, Fred Armisen. Fred Armisen, what do you just say? And so I'm playing the drums, and I hit the snare drum, and everyone starts looking around, and they're going, "Huh? What is that? How do I? What is he doing? What is Fred Armisen doing? And how does? And I go, guys, I'm playing the drums, and Fred Armisen, y también Antonio Banderas. Ok, estoy terminado con mi segmento, Kristen.
You did. Thank you so much, Pinpon. I'm very excited to check out those movies this summer. Yeah, it's gonna be good to get back to a theater. Yeah. On to sports news. A new study suggests that I like eating toys, but I hate all the cereal they put in the box. In local news, the mayor of San Jose has proposed a law that would require gun owners to obtain insurance and pay an annual fee to cover the cost of gun violence, which is better than my solution. 1-877 guns for kids. 1-877 guns for kids. A Cape Cod fisherman is recovering after being swallowed by a humpback whale who A Cape Cod fisherman is recovering after being nearly swallowed by a humpback whale who mistook him for a snack, which is exactly why I don't go in the ocean, because I'm one tasty snack too. A Mississippi high school is facing accusations of racism for naming 2 white students co-valedictorian and co-salutatorian after the school had already given the honors to 2 black students after the white students' parents found a GPA calculation error. Sounds more like a Caucasian error, if you ask me. White people suck. In North Carolina, a high school student's diploma was revoked after he wore a Mexican flag over his gown. When reached for comment, the school said, "Oh, no, we would have done this for anyone wearing a Confederate flag too, but none of those kids graduated." In Texas, a woman was arrested for posing as a student at her daughter's school and posting it on social media. She claimed she didn't do it for the views, but as a social experiment. The experiment, how to live the worst years of your life all over again. Seriously, dude, high school sucks. We all have bad high school experiences. That's why we're doing comedy. A Florida man tossed a 2-month-old baby at a sheriff after a high-speed chase. And just like that, the script for the newest Fast and Furious movie materialized out of thin air. They're going to do it. They're going to get there eventually. Firefighters in Michigan rescued a baby raccoon after the critter got his head stuck in a store cover. And as a lover of all things cute and furry, I'm very happy that this little guy is safe and sound. And as a fashionista, I have to say, that is one fierce statement piece. Like just I love it. I love all of it. So fierce. In redundant news, this news is redundant. That will do it for fake news this week. We'd like to thank the Pack Theater for hosting our live stream. Don't forget to donate to them at the link on your screen now. We'd also like to thank you for listening. And don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on social media at fakenews_comedy and support fake news by subscribing to our Patreon. Help fake news by sharing with a friend. Thanks so much. For fake news, this is Kristen Scatton. Keep it real.